So, this is it? What's up, Crossers? So today I watched Frozen 2 for the second time because of my wife. She's such a huge Disney fan. And did I mention that I had to watch Aladdin 3 times because of her? By the way, she watched it 4 times. That's how crazy she is about anything Disney. On our way back home, we were talking about the movie, like the hidden symbols that we missed when we watched the movie for the first time. And that was when she said, "Hey, did you know that there won't be another Frozen movie?" And I was like, what do you mean? Disney is never gonna kill the franchise just like that because, it's one of the biggest moneymakers for Disney. And after watching the movie, I felt there's more to be told. The second movie, to me, didn't really feel like a complete story because I think, you can make an entire movie about Elsa's parents. And also, remember Prince Hans? Right? He got kicked out of Arendelle in the first movie, but who knows? He might plot his revenge and come back to Arendelle with his army to attack people of Arendelle when Elsa is away, These kind of stories, I think, would make a great movie. So I was real disappointed to hear that, but my wife was like, I read it in a news article. You can check that out yourself. And so she sent me the link to the news article. It's a Korean article, by the way. So the article said the writers and directors had confirmed that there won't be another sequel. According to the article, they said that during a press conference in South Korea. But I don't really trust translations done by Korean journalists because they are oftentimes really terrible. So I had to do my own research. And here's what I found. Alright, so I read a lot of articles about the possibility of a threequel. There are quite a few articles written on that specific topic. And during an interview with Cinema Blend, Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck, they were asked the exact same question. Is there gonna be Frozen 3? So basically, both of them agree that the first Frozen movie and the second Frozen movie, they're well woven together. But they're really non-committal about it, and Jennifer Lee avoids answering the question directly and tells Cinema Blend to ask Chris in a year. So she never said, no, there won't be Frozen 3. And she just said those 2 Frozen movies, they feel like a complete story to her. That's what she said. So I think it's a little bit premature to decide Frozen 3 is never happening. Actually, they've been asked the same question over and over and over again. They did another interview with Digital Spy. So let me quote Jennifer Lee here. "For us, this feels like what we set out to accomplish. It feels like the end, but the first one felt like the end when we did it. We don't know. I think right now, it feels like the end." Unfortunately, I could not find out what exactly she said during the press conference in South Korea, but I'm pretty sure that she's been giving a very consistent answer to this question. It feels like the end for now, but she doesn't know what's going to happen. And I could totally relate to these writers because I'm a published author myself as well. When I was promoting my first book, people asked me, are you gonna write your second book? Writing a book is a lot more difficult than most people believe. And I was very exhausted when I finished my first book. So when people asked me about, is your second book coming? I was like, well, the fact of the matter is that by that point, I already had signed another book contract, yes, so my second book was coming, but I didn't really think much about it because I just finished my book, I was tired. I didn't want to commit myself to something else, So I think Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck, they pretty much feel the same way I did when people asked me about my second book. And I found another article on the same topic, and according to this article, during an interview with Yahoo, Idina Menzel, who played Elsa in Frozen 2, so when asked if she thought she had voiced Elsa for the final time, Menzel told Yahoo, "You're gonna make me cry. I didn't think about it." So Menzel said she never thought about it. The cast, they're one of the first people to know whether there will be a threequel or not. So it's pretty clear that Menzel, she never had a conversation about Frozen 3 with the Frozen 2 filmmakers. My guess is that Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck, both of them are undecided just yet about whether to make another sequel. But depending on how the second movie fares in the market, who knows, they might be considering that as an option. The same way they did when the first Frozen movie became a huge mega hit. So the best thing we can do now is just keep hoping that Frozen 2 filmmakers will not give up on the idea of another Frozen movie. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. To the other side.